Ledger Builder. CleverlyWork Ledger Builder is a record-keeping system that lists and sorts all financial transactions of a company. A ledger is managed into separate accounts that include assets, liabilities, revenue, expenses, and profit and loss. Finally, the information in the ledger can be summarized in financial statements, balance sheets, income statements, and cash flow statements that give you an overview of the financial health of your business. Now let's see one example in which a hardware supplier is providing hardware parts to a particular manufacturing company, and then we will see how to create the ledger of that manufacturing company in CleverlyWork. It is important to have the form and the entry in that form to prepare the ledger. So let's make the first form. First, click on Form Builder. Then click on New Form in Forms. Now you will see a screen called Create New Form. Then type whatever name you want for the form. Then select the type and category and click on the Create button. Here on the screen, you will see the form you just created. Now click on that form and we will add the header categories we need in the ledger through elements in the form. First, drag and drop the date element on the screen to insert the date and save it as a date. Take the text box for payment mode and save it as payment mode by clicking on the Edit button. After that, drag and drop the number element to the top of the screen and save it as debit. As above, for the credit amount, let's take the element number and save it with the name credit. For the total balance, take the number element and save it as the total balance. After that, click on Go to Report Form. Here you will see the report of the form you just created. Now in this, we want to add the entries of that manufacturing company. So click on the Add New button and add the entries. A manufacturing company purchased some parts from a hardware supplier. So for this, first enter the purchase date in the Date column. In the Payment Mode column, mention the method of payment and add the amount debited from the hardware supplier in Debit. Add 510 to the total balance block, because the supplier earlier balance was 1000 rupees and 490 was debited, so the total balance becomes 510. Now you will see the entry in the report. Now we will see the important part, how to make a ledger. For that, click on Ledger Builder and click on Add Ledger. Here we will add the ledger name as Material Cost. Here you will see the Material Cost ledger. Click on it. Now we will add headers to it. First, add the date name and select the date as data type. After that, type Payment Mode in the name block and select the text data type. Now in the name for debit amount, enter the name debit in the common field and put the number as data type. Also for a credit amount, enter the name credit in the name block and keep the number as data type. For total balance, mention the total balance in the name block and select the number as the data type. After that, we want the total of all the amounts at the bottom, so by selecting the option Add Bottom Total, click on the OK button. Now we will make a row. For this, click on Create Row. Then you will see a new row screen. Here let's select the first form which we created for starting. Now below we will see the headers. Now let's select the element that we took in the form of the type of parts. Select the date element for the date header. For payment mode, we have taken the payment mode element in the form, so let's select it here. Then select the debit element for debit because we have taken the debit element in the form, and the credit element for credit because we have taken the credit element in the form. Also same, for total balance, select a similar total balance element. Then click on the OK button. Now click on Ledger Report to view the report. Select Material Cost Ledger. Now here you will see the report. In this, you will see all the entries. In this way, we can make a ledger of the business's financial transactions in CleverlyWork.